What's going on, everyone? Welcome back and thank you for tuning in. I'm Jason Soroy and I'm here today to talk to you about the June 2021 Denver real estate market update, covering the data looking back into May. Let's dive right in. As a reminder, the stats that I'm covering today are released each month to the public by the Denver Metro Association of Realtors. I will always have that report linked down below in the description wherever you are watching this video. First up, average sale price. In the detached single family market, we are up almost 30% from this time last year, while the condo and townhome market is hardly trailing behind at 22% average appreciation year over year. Now, you might remember about a year ago, exactly a year ago, we were preaching how the attached single family market was ripe for the picking. The reason was people were fleeing those attached single family communities for more space inside and out. Those days are gone. 22% year over year appreciation for the condo and townhome markets is massive. Let's not forget that the average appreciation nationally is 3% according to the National Association of Realtors. We're appreciating 22% from last year. Condos and townhomes are back. Up next, total closed homes during the month of May. The attached market, condos and townhomes, saw over 1,600 homes close. This is up 1/4 point from the previous month. Conversely, the detached single family market, we saw just over 3,600 homes close. Now, this is actually down 5.5% from the previous month, which is unusual because typically between April and May, we're going to see an uptick in the total number of homes closed as we enter into the summer selling season. Now, could this be the result of a slightly softening demand? Could this be the result of extreme buyer fatigue? Or is this an indication that we are actually seeing a shift, just a slight shift, towards a bit more normalcy in the market? That could be the case. What will be interesting to see is in the coming months for the June and July reports for this specific metric, homes closed in a given month, is how the impact of the May 31st Memorial Day holiday may have had on closed homes 30 days later towards the end of June or the beginning of July. Reason is that's the first big holiday of the year where most of the people have been vaccinated. We are building social confidence to get out and socialize again. And really people are just itching to get out of their homes. Now, sure enough, it did rain on Memorial Day weekend. We can't forget that. But there's a good chance that there were a good number of sellers who decided, hey, let's wait on listing our home and going into the market that last week of May, going into the beginning of June, which will have a significant impact, potentially we will find out, on closed homes in June and July. I'll be sure to keep you informed on that metric in the coming months. Next, let's talk about active listings. We are running on fumes here, folks. I'm sure that doesn't come as a surprise to you, but we ended the month in the detached market with just over 1,300 homes in the active status at the end of the month. Now, this is down 18.5% from the prior month. In the attached market, we had only 739 homes available. Now, this is also down 22.5% from the prior month. Now, keep in mind, this metric, low inventory, should not be the key headline, which many news providers are making it. And the reason why that shouldn't be the headline, at least for this report, is because the last day of the month, when we set the clock, when we ended exactly midnight on the 31st, which happened to be Memorial Day, the first 3-day holiday weekend, which I just talked about, is it really fair to say that whatever the inventory is at the end of that moment is a fair indication of our market? I really don't think so, because so many people were just ready to get out and sellers were probably not too excited and too thrilled to put their home on the market during the first big 3-day weekend. Moving on. Median days in the MLS before a contract is accepted, 4, just like last month. And that goes for both the attached single family market and the detached single family market. So what that means is you still have to be fast. Now, hopefully, before too long, you'll be able to go see a home in maybe a day instead of 3 hours after it goes live and the offers start flying in. But for right now, speed is king, especially in those desirable areas. In closing, buyers and sellers, it's going to be key to focus on these metrics in the coming months. The reason is, the question is not whether there's going to be a shift. The question is, how long, how fast will the shift take place as we transition back to a normal market where conditions are more traditional. And what is that going to mean for buyers and sellers? Now for sellers, there's going to be 4 key metrics that are going to be reduced when you're factoring in your offers. Number 1 is the number of hero offers will likely be reduced. Now a hero offer is one of those offers that bulldozes the competition. It's so good, you can't ignore it. Number 2 is going to be a reduction in probably the total number of offers received. I mean, you might not receive 25 offers in the second day. That's not a bad thing. If you're reduced to 10 good offers to choose from is still fine. Number 3 is going to be a reduction in the amount that a buyer is willing to bring above the appraisal in case of a low appraisal gap coverage. We've talked about that. And the last but not least is a potential reduction in the list to the sell price. Right now, some homes are going for significantly over ask, sometimes upwards of 4%. We might see that come back down to normal as things standardize, normalize, go back. Now for buyers, this means you'll probably have just a little bit less competition when you're out there shopping. That sounds great. And you may even have more than 3 hours, like I just mentioned, to go look at a home before those offers start flying in. Now keep in mind, it's not going to really feel like there's less competition for a while because the bar is currently set at 15 offers on homes that don't need a ton of work. I was lucky enough to win this home over 14 other offers last month. So it's going to be a while before it feels easier. I love studying this information. I love bringing you this information so that together we can make smart decisions to create wealth through real estate. If you know anyone who is interested in buying or selling, or if you want to grab coffee sometime and chat with me about the real estate market, I'd love the opportunity to be interviewed to crush it for you. Thanks again for watching. Be well, stay smart. I'll talk to you soon.